Yeah, I just found this like earlier. I just saved it here on my tabs. I saw this somewhere, but I didn't watch it. I think I saw this like yeah, this is like a year ago. But I just saw this like the other day.
New Year. You know, now that it's the new year, I've been thinking recently. Remember back in the day when we were actually happy?
No.
That might be a generalization, but there was a time back in the day when we weren't holding a phone and staring at a screen for 7 to 8 hours a day. After
That
the
is true.
invention of the smartphone, our screen times went up by 2000%, and our ability to focus and pay attention to anything longer than a 1 minute TikTok vanished into thin air. Babies born
Yeah, 1 minute.
today already have
Yeah,
starting
1 minute is
equipment,
still too
and
long,
they
actually.
can't even hold their necks upright. An iPad in one hand, an Apple Watch on the other. They can probably reset your internet router when someone over the age of 50 asks them to. I'm telling you, he's a real genius with this.
Oh my god. This is happening in my family like right now. It's like, oh, the kids are I already know how to do this stuff. Like, they're not supposed to.
Type of stuff, like a young Bill Gates. Now we live in an age where any
Nah.
thoughts we have are instantly shareable to millions of people, which is actually pretty neat how we can make friends and talk to random strangers across the world. But you know what they say, most of us ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. Like, she was looking kinda dumb with her finger and oops, sorry, got carried away. But people are starting to act even dumber than usual if
Wait,
it
wait.
gets you internet.
Is that raw pasta? Huh?
Cloud. Gone are the days of keeping your thoughts to yourself and having a secret. If you did share your secret, which I don't recommend doing since you can't just be
Is that
trusting anyone's armpit,
and is that a block of cheese in the middle? In the middle? Huh?
did share your secret, which I don't recommend doing since you can't just be trusting anyone's armpit, and your secret of wearing the same underwear 3 days in a row. You'd only tell that to your close friends in real life, which is like 3, 6 people
Yeah.
max. But with how the internet
Yes.
economy works and our need for money to fulfill basic needs, like
If you tell
being
anyone at
alive,
all,
pretty much anything is monetizable if you're smart about it. Really simple things that no
what
one
the
would care about
fuck?
before can make you a pretty nice bag from our collective social media
What the
bosses.
fuck
I
is
can
this for?
wash my dishes. You can put it right in there.
Huh?
You remain completely dry.
I'm definitely not getting
Huh?
a raise this year since I
Wait, what? Don't aim the water at you. What the fuck is wrong with you?
You remain completely dry.
Yeah, you don't need that to stay dry. Fucking dumbass.
I'm definitely not getting a raise this year since I forgot to get YouTube a Christmas present. They're already so rich, what else can I get them? Maybe, I don't know, better treatment for their creators? Just kidding. There is a
Yeah,
lot
it's
of
literal
online
skill
income to be
issue.
made, and everyone wants a piece of it themselves. By sharing our wackiest moments in our day-to-day life, you can build up a following and live pretty comfortably if people find you entertaining, like some sort of jester from the Middle Ages. Hey, a place to sleep, food to eat, and a chance to live past the age of 30? Maybe the clowns around
Well, the sad thing is, jesters like act dumb. That's the difference.
something. There's a term that's been going around as a result of brain rot from consuming too much internet called Chronically online, where all your coherent thoughts come from a Reddit forum and really bad Twitter takes, which sounds like one of the worst people to hang out with. If we were stuck in a
True.
moving elevator together, I would build a window like I was playing Fortnite and jump out.
Oh my god, my boss was being so stupid at work today. It's actually pretty ableist to call people stupid.
Giving disabled people assistance is ableist because it insinuates that disabled people aren't just as able as non-disabled people.
Excuse me? Eh? Um, it's in the name.
It insinuates that disabled people aren't just as able as non-disabled people.
Dude.
Yikes. Okay, well, this is setting up everyone to never help anyone when they need it. And I'm pretty sure not all
Yeah.
disabilities are visible. If I saw someone with no arms, no legs, no eyes, lips, nose, trying to get a glass of water, I'm not sure why they're outside alone in the first place. But what
True.
am I supposed to do? Not help them? I don't think it's really that deep. The corn maze of a thought process
And then if you help them, they're gonna get offended by it. It's like, yeah, nah. Roll it off.
to come to this conclusion even had me confused. Meeting IRL mutuals at college? Y'all, this is crazy. I
Um, do you mean friends?
remember back in the day, we used to call them friends.
Okay.
Like 5 years ago. There's something about using internet terms in real life, unironically, that is
It's cringe.
very unsettling. Hello, IRL Mutual. My name is WolfBloodMoon23 on Twitter, but you
Ew.
can call me Dave. Oh my
Oh
god.
God.
How did you find me? A study
It's
showed
like,
that
who
the
are you?
average US adult spends at least 44 years of their life
Like, ew, I
staring
don't know
at
you.
screens.
Get away
Spending
from
half
me.
their life flipping through Instagram and scrolling through TikTok can really make a person
Dude, I barely touch my phone, especially these days. Sure, I'm on my computer, but rarely touch my phone. Maybe I check Twitter like once in a while, but I check Twitter like what, 5 minutes?
delusional. You start losing touch with reality and how the real world actually works. Future lawyers are going to use terms like, Your Honor, their client is being very sus. Can we vote them out? And doctors will tell someone they had a glow up after a round of antibiotics. I know
Ew.
we always
Yeah. Yeah, that's oh God, that's fucking terrible. Oh, that's terrible. Shit.
joke around about leaving your house at least once a week to go outside and touch some grass, but I don't think it's a joke anymore, especially with jobs where you have to interact with the general public. None of this internet nonsense, as the old crusty likes to say. Oh, and people from an older generation. Old crusty is the voice that talks to me when I'm trying to sleep. Back in the day, you would go to your regular job and clock in, do your work for 4
Yes.
hours, pretend to do your work for another 4 hours, go home, call it a day.
I'm more of like work for 6 hours than pretend for 2 hours. It's got like a cool down period, so to say.
And think to yourself, wow, life sure is great. I love having privacy and my coworkers not knowing anything about me. But when you have a phone that can record video and a Wi-Fi connection,
What
you might
the
get that itch to share the silly little shenanigans you
What
get
the
up to
fuck
at
is-
work.
Hi, I'm so sorry. I asked for this hot.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Let me just remake that for you.
You know, coming from a I came from a third world country. That is so stupid. And you're on video. What do you expect what's gonna happen? It's so wasteful. Shit.
Really quick, okay?
Yeah, it's not funny. So for example, it may sound like I'm an asshole, but yeah, this is fucking deserved. No, like the firing. So what the fuck is this guy doing? What is that? What is that? When the supervisor asks you to do a garbage run, but just that it's you're just taking out the trash. What the fuck? It's not fucking rocket science. Is this why America's looking for like overseas workers now? Because the people that live here act like this now?
You guys posted this? In public? In front of everyone?
Thank you. Why? Why?
Everyone salad? Hey, I'm all for having fun at work and being weird with your coworkers to make the time pass faster. Studies show that's the best way to prevent yourself from
Yeah, that's fine. But don't fucking fuck up your work.
quitting on the spot. Like, I wouldn't have stayed at my retail job for 5 years if the people I work with weren't fun. But you better hope that your boss lives off grid and doesn't have a data plan. Or you have them blocked on every social media account. Maybe the company
You don't add your boss uh in your socials. You can add him after you leave the job.
did do you dirty and scarred you from working at a coffee shop ever again. This is also a great way to increase your chances of never getting hired ever again. Like, you
Yep.
know how brands are starting to become sentient beings with TikTok and Twitter accounts? They are watching your every move and probably listening to our conversation through our phones, which explains why I get a lot of ads for K-pop merch and online therapy.
For Zoe.
Which one's oat milk?
Yeah, so if you open your eyes,
Okay, that
Thank
was kind
you.
of funny. But the sequel for this TikTok went from a comedy to a drama/thriller.
Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed that because I'm outside my Starbucks. I'm about to get fired.
It's funny, but you're still in the customer service industry. It's fucking common sense. You can probably do that if you know the customer, but Jesus Christ.
Sarah,
There's something that's called fucking etiquette.
Alexis.
Okay, well, they got fired. The backstory is that Starbucks saw this TikTok and didn't know that it was a
Ah.
joke. Which, yeah, HR departments and CEOs not understanding the younger generation's humor, what's new? But the people that own these companies
That's the thing. The humor's dumb.
are middle-aged white grandpas with generational wealth. You think they find this type of content you posted on a public space funny? When they get their humor from networking and LinkedIn status updates. Everyone was doing dumb stuff at work back in the day. They were just better at hiding it because they didn't share everything about their lives to strangers
That is true.
online and to their actual boss. You also have people saying, well, if brands and companies were smart, they would love the free marketing and exposure from these viral TikToks. Give these employees a
What the
raise and pay them.
What the fuck is he doing? Yeah, this. Yeah, there's no the term the saying there's no such thing as bad publicity. It doesn't work with fucking retail stores.
them for their creative services.
Creative. Fucking
I don't know about
dumbass.
you, but this video with coffee splattered across the room doesn't really make me want to order a Starbucks. Now, if you threw
Yeah,
a matcha
exactly.
latte on the other hand, then I might be convinced. This reminds me of that person on TikTok that quit their job because they didn't like working for them anymore, which is pretty standard and normal. They then proceed to take all the documents that they made for the company while working for them because they claim that it was their intellectual property that the company paid you to make, and something about setting boundaries with your employer. Oh, they also told the person that reached out after they basically stole business documents that they could have the files back if they paid for them.
It has been less than 24 hours since my last day at work. On my way out of work, I took all of the training documents that I created because they didn't have, honestly, a lot of things digitally, physically, systemically before me. And when I asked for even just a title change, no financial whatever, I just wanted some recognition, they said no.
See, it's all about ego. It's like, oh, I'm this, this, this. It's all about ego.
Because it would be too confusing. And so that's why I took my documents with me. Clearly they don't value me, they don't actually appreciate me, and they don't know, what I do. Because if they did understand what I do, then they would.
They'll just replace you. I mean, honey, you're not that special. Deal with it. And plus, you're under contract. Whatever paper you make, it's their property. Sorry. I worked at like corporations. That's how it works. It's like suck it up.
Appreciate me, they would have no choice. And so it's been less than like a day since I left, and what are they doing? asking
So you are setting boundaries by doing this. It's giving boundary in the form of an 8x8 metal cage with concrete walls and a toilet next to your jail. I'm talking about a jail cell. You can't even find the
Yep.
full version of this TikTok anymore.
Get sued,
Not sure if
honey.
a lawsuit happened, since there was a lot of free evidence for the business to use to sue, or maybe they realized that digital footprints are very real and businesses do background checks by searching up your social media. They just debuff themselves with the unemployable stat by posting all of this online. It'd be like hiring someone with a previous history of being Catwoman to be an overnight security guard for a museum made out of diamonds and Mona Lisa paintings. And I mean, you never really know how management is going to act. They might be fine with their staff making content if it's tasteful,
the
but you are putting yourself out there to possibly be fired. If I wasn't doing my job at work, I'd keep that between myself and my coworkers.
That's why I don't go to Starbucks here. People usually work at Starbucks like people like this. Like this. Sure, I'm generalizing, but you give me like enough evidence to generalize, so
But have you ever noticed, why is there so much drama in the food industry? Sometimes you just want to order waffles on a Tuesday afternoon,
Thank you.
but the employees are too busy playing Super Smash Brothers with the customers. Okay,
the
I'm
fuck?
not even sure if I can show this, but a quick Sparks Note version, there was a fight at a Waffle House, and one of the customers threw a chair at one of the employees, and she deflected it like she was
Oh,
in a
I
video
remember
game.
this.
Oh my god. What just happened? So there's
I
no
didn't see
context
anything.
on what started this fight,
But I remember that.
all I know is that I'm on her side. Looks like the customer threw the chair first.
She basically,
Waffle
like,
House just saw fighting.
They basically like
This
stiffed on
guy
that
got
chair.
fired after. What was she supposed to do? Just let it hit her in the face?
Yeah.
You can't cook waffles with a broken face. She wasn't even the one recording. She was busy deflecting and parrying a projectile from an enemy. That is a quick time event right there.
I'm gonna give you a write-up because you threw the sugar shaker and it broke.
Uh-huh.
But that's really about it. I'm glad you held your own type thing. I was blacklisted.
What the
So it
fuck?
was kind of like I can't ever work for Waffle House again. I tried working
Waffle House, what the fuck?
for another one, like sometime earlier this year, and I had found out that I was blacklisted.
But see how posting a harmless-ish video had such a big chain reaction of events? It cost me to watch this at least 10 different times. So
And the thing is, she's not the one that recorded it either.
sharing icks about your partner, your family,
Oh god, the X thing. This is so stupid.
people you see in your day-to-day life, and posting it for everyone to see is the new trend. We're not kink-shaming here, but I believe it's called public humiliation or something. We get to see people in relationships show the worst sides of their partner.
Did you shower?
Yeah.
But it's just
why,
dumb.
Tony?
Did you wash your body?
Yes. Why?
Okay, let's see.
No, what are you doing? What? I didn't use that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't use that either.
Mm-hmm.
What?
What did you use?
The water.
You didn't use any soap.
I used the water. Why
You
are
need
judging
to use soap. How did you wash your ass?
with water?
No soap?
Sorry, I can't tell if my eyes are dry or irritated from smelling this TikTok. Glad to see straight couples that create
Well, okay, we'll get that fact aside for now. But what's the point of this? What's the point of the recording? Oh man. You didn't. Yeah, this is basically just like internet points at this point. So stupid. And plus, when I shower, yeah, I use soap like all the time. But not everyone does it. But it's not something for you to post on the fucking internet.
content about being a couple, being normal. Yeah, this seems about right. What would compel you to post this online? Other than to make money and get followers, but At what cost? $1,000 for your dignity? At least get a sponsor for this type of content. I
Yep,
also feel like after
exactly.
she posted this and turned off her camera,
Thank you.
she's probably gonna go share the same bed with her boyfriend. So everyone loses in this situation. I know that when you open their bedroom
Yeah, dude, leave her. Jesus Christ.
door, the humid air will hit you like a weighted blanket. There's like a whole ecosystem underneath their sheets. But that's not the main topic for this part of the video. You ever see healthcare professionals that went to school, studied for years to get a degree, only to make TikTok?
I hate this so much, especially because I used to work in the med industry. I hate this so much when doctors like do this shit. It's like, dude, you fucking do your fucking job instead of like doing shit like this. I don't trust doctors like at this point because of this. Well, I don't trust doctors like to begin with, but this makes it worse.
While operating on someone.
Do your fucking
Is this
job.
allowed? Actually,
No.
it's not really that deep
For one, you can't record anything inside an OR. I knew that because I worked at an OR. Sure, there are some doctors that plays music like while we're operating, but that's pretty much it. Just so that either you can focus or because the operating times are like so long, it'll keep you awake sometimes. Yeah, there's this one time that when I assisted a doctor that we played like hard rock while we're operating, but that's it. You can't record shit inside there.
people that
That's
post themselves
illegal.
dancing and having fun at their workplace. But
That's a confidentiality thing.
sir, there's a body in front of you that's about to become a corpse if you don't put down that phone. So a handful of nurses decided to share their icks about their job. Just something
God.
lighthearted. Nothing like.
Oh God, nurses. Oh man. Why am I not surprised?
I hate how we're overworked and underpaid for the amount of work we have to do. We need to reform the entire healthcare system. Ew. But more along the
Dude, nurses make bank. What the fuck are you talking about?
lines of, I hate the patients I'm trained and paid to take care of.
My ick is when you come in for your induction talking about, can I take a shower and eat?
Wait, who said what? Was it her coworker?
Here's the thing. This is actually the reason why I left the industry. Because I couldn't care much. I couldn't care much like about the patients. Like this thing's not for me. That's why I left. If you're doing this just as a job, then dude, you're gonna be so fucked.
Even she was like, huh? You don't want to give a patient
And
basic
plus you're putting this
necessities for
online.
living? I don't know, girl. Seems a little cruel. And this is just the first ick.
My ick is when you ask me how much the baby weighs.
Wait, hold up. It's labor and delivery. My God, you can't even use correct words. Oh my God. How do you get to How do you pass high school with this? Addition. Let me help you. So text. It's supposed to be that. Before getting into pre-med, before getting into nursing, learn goddamn English first.
And it's still in your hands. Dad comes outside and asks for a paternity test right outside the room
Can't
door.
even.
Saying you don't want any pain medicine, no epidural, but you
Wait.
are
How? Why is that a problem?
The room door outside and asks for, and it's still in your hands. Dad comes outside and asks for a paternity test right outside the room door.
Why is that a problem? Why is that a problem? If you're doubtful about the kid, I mean, that's right. The fuck are you complaining about?
saying you don't want any pain medicine, no epidural, but you are at an 8 out of 10 pain just to serve a nil.
We've already told you to push the call light.
You know what consent is? She chose that way. What the fuck? Dude, get out of the med industry if you're acting like this. Jesus Christ.
But every 5 minutes, your
Excuse
family
God
member
fucking
coming
damn.
at the front
Excuse me,
desk
can I have some water?
asking for something
Excuse me,
else.
can I have a blanket?
Another egg.
That's your fucking job. You're paid to do that, fucking idiots.
When you're going room to room between one baby mama and your other baby mama.
Oh,
That I can get behind. That's kind of that's a yikes, me bro. That's a yikes. That's an oof. That's a big oof.
Egg.
It's the unlimited trips to the nurse's station for me.
Well, are we really surprised?
Well, get the fuck out of the nurse's station. Better yet, stop being a nurse. So easy, right?
When some of the meanest people you meet in high school become nurses, the bully to nurse pipeline is
This is why Filipino nurses are everywhere, because of people like this.
so interesting.
Have you seen one Filipino nurse in that video? Nada. Nada.
Someone should do a study on it. Thank you to all the other nurses that are working 12-hour days and aren't awful. Like, this is just a small handful of nurses that made all the good nurses that do their job properly look bad. Why do people always have to wreck things for everyone? It's like my mom always says, it's because you're always on that damn phone. I don't really know anything about being a healthcare worker, but damn, don't you guys have rounds to do and affairs to have?
Thank you. While I was working, I couldn't use my phone. There's something always going on. It's like, where do you find the time to, like, record this shit? Because after you said, like, after you prepare the meds for this particular time, you're going to prepare meds for the next schedule, which is like 15 minutes away from the first like time slot. There's always going to be something to do. There's always going to be something that you're supposed to do.
In the nap room, according to Grey's Anatomy, not everything needs to be posted online. Just because we have the ability to doesn't mean we have to. Nowadays, it's really easy for a collective group of dumb opinions to grow into bigger and dumber opinions, since everyone has access to share whatever they're thinking on social media.
Yep, that's true.
Hey, talk about your job all you want, like any other person with a job. You're not always gonna love your 9 to 5 that pays your bills.
Most of them hate him, actually. But the difference is, normal people shut up about it. They don't post it online. But yeah, continue. But if you ask me, yeah, just continue what you're doing. More jobs for the rest of the other, more jobs for the rest, right?
But if you're gonna vent about it, do it privately. It is so normal to rant about things you hate about your job in your own head and not in a public space. Well, if that's not a sign to decrease my screen time, go outside and pick up a new hobby, I don't know what else to say. I hope someday we can go back into the dark ages of not spending an entire workday on our phones, having secrets, and not sharing every little.
I can't even use my phone at work. We had to put our phones in our lockers. We can't use it inside the actual office, inside the actual floor. You can't. It's against the rules. Because we, especially in my past jobs, we take care of personal like customer information. That's why we're not allowed to use phones because that's an information leak.
Little thing we do online. Or not. I feel like eventually we're all gonna start sharing our bank account numbers and our blood work results. I need to show everyone I got a good grade on my tests. I got an A+.
Yep.
I got a -0. And we couldn't do all of this without our corporate overlord,
Hmm.
YouTube. Make sure to feed its algorithm with
What
a
the
like
fuck is
and leave a comment for dessert
Did you put like? Did they put eggs and milk inside Doritos? What the?
and engagement. That way I'll get to pop up on your recommended when I upload. And I'm gonna get YouTube a Christmas present
Yeah, TikTok couldn't be banned soon enough. Man.
this year. I am not forgetting this time. Can someone put an alarm that'll go off in like 300 days, just as a little reminder? Have a good day, try not to be dumb, and I'll see you in the next one.
Ooh,
Good morning.
That's hard for a lot of people actually. Wow, that's yeah, that's just yeah. If you can tell, a lot of the problems are caused by social media, like being connected to social media, because a lot of people wanted this brownie points, this following when it comes to like social media. Is it like an ego thing or is it like I don't know. But me, like I stream, but I just do this like a hobby. Like I said, I barely use my phone. I barely post on social media anyway. Damn, that's wild.